Honorable Duale, which I saw yesterday at night.
All right, so let's now link up with Peter Mathuki. He's the member of the East Africa Legislative Assembly. Thank you very much for joining us, Peter. So what is your reaction about this new focus on the position that you currently hold? All right, Peter. Yes, Peter. Yes, Peter. Yes, Peter.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I wanted to appreciate you, Betty, for inviting me to join you in the studio in relation to the debate on Yala and, of course, Oburu's reaction. But I wanted to say, first and foremost, that, of course, I had Honorable Duale yesterday speak about those issues and mentioning Oburu's, of course, name and Kennedy's name and so forth. And say, first and foremost, it's very unfortunate for Honorable Duale being the leader or majority in parliament to mislead Kenyans, because it is very clear and qualifications for being a member of Yala are well stated. And therefore, there is nowhere is stated that if you are a relative or so and so or so and so and so, don't apply to become a member of Yala. In the parliament of the East African Legislative Assembly currently, we have the son of the former president of Tanzania, Makongoro Nyerere, who is my colleague. We have the son of Ali Hassan Mwinyi, who is the former president of Tanzania. But first and foremost, they are Tanzanians, and they qualify to join that parliament. So the issue of Duale is trying to oscillate and putting a lot of politics that since you are relative and so, you shouldn't hold some position is very unfortunate, because what he is doing actually as Duale, he is killing so ambitions of so many young people. Because, for example, if it is Kennedy Musyoka, in his own right, he's a Kenyan. He's a trained lawyer. He's been following matters of the East African Assembly. He has been keen on following what has been happening. So why would Duale, for whatever reason, feel that the boy or the young man is not qualified to become a member of Yala? Oburu, of course, is a long-standing, experienced politician. And, of course, in his own right as Oburu, he still has a right to do this. And I hope Oburu has not dropped because of Duale's outburst. I remember a while ago when a relative of our president, this lady called Nana, was made the CEO of KCC. Duale was the first one to say, no, they are Kenyans. And again, at some point again, when they were mentioned in the other issues, they are Kenyans. So I don't think it really holds any water. These people qualify. The Parliament of East Africa is a very special parliament in the sense that it will require people who are professional in their own way, in their own right. So if Oburu indeed has dropped his interest or ambition because of what Honorable Duale said, is very unfortunate. Duale himself is a son-in-law of former General Mohammed, I think. So does it mean that since he's a son-in-law of that one, therefore he shouldn't be a member of parliament? Honestly, I think we should try to rise above some of these things and give all Kenyans equal opportunity to look for opportunities wherever they are and they are in Kenya. So I think that is my take, Betty, for this. So let us encourage those who are interested to go and serve the country in that capacity, do so without any discrimination whatsoever, because it will be too unfortunate for other kids going forward.
Right, Peter. Before I let you go, let's talk about the issue to do with Kalonzo's son. Critics are saying that, it is already enough that, his father is running for the deputy president position, and he's already the Wiper Party leader. That's enough. So that position should be given to another deserving young Kenyan who can still do a good job, even though not related in any way to, the owner of the party.
First and foremost, I would say, look at it this way. They are sons of those prominent people who are striking business deals and stealing money from the public coffers all over everywhere, using their father's names and so forth. So if Kennedy is only asking for an opportunity to go and serve his country, not to steal any money, not to take anybody's money, but to just to go and serve the country, because he's qualified, I don't think that should be used as a reason, as an excuse to discourage Kennedy go for this. Kennedy, in his own right, is qualified. He's a lawyer. He's been actually creating interest. I remember for the last 1 year or so, Kennedy has been engaging with the East African communities in so many other ways, trying to find out what happens there, both at the judicial, at the secretariat, at the assembly, meaning that he's passionate about it. And if somebody is passionate about it, then of course I think we should allow them to go. In fact, at some point, I remember the same people who are criticizing this were saying that Kennedy had interest in vying for a seat in Mwingi. And therefore, that was not the case. If again he was to go to the county government of Kitui, that would have been an issue. But he's only applying to go and represent this country because he's qualified to an assembly. I think it's neither here nor there. Kennedy is a Kenyan first and foremost. And in his own right, he'll be competing for this like any other Kenyan. I think there are a number of other people who are interested in this, and his name will be, of course, will be taken to Parliament for this, and he will defend himself. So I think let us not at all, because he's qualified for the job, and that is my take. And if, as a sitting member now of the other, Neil Kennedy is not qualified, I'll be the first one to say he is not. But I can tell you, I've engaged with the young man, and the young man is brilliant enough, and he should be given an opportunity to go and serve this country.
All right. Thank you very much, Peter Mathuki.